Las Vegas, Nevada, where gambling is king. There's one situation in life where the odds must be in your favor, a fire emergency. And that's why we're here with the greatest firefighters in the world for World Challenge 5, the Firefighter Combat Challenge. Hi, everybody. I'm Bob Ramsey, alongside the founding father of the Firefighter Combat Challenge, Dr. Paul Davis. And, Paul, we have not yet seen competitive levels like we're going to see today.
Yeah, that's right, Bob. This bar has been raised a full foot, and over 55 teams qualifying for the final rounds.
And for marquee value, two of the greatest firefighter athletes we have ever seen will go head-to-head today.
That's exactly right. The current reigning champion, Jeff Ellis from Murray City, Utah, up against Brian Spalding from Casper, Wyoming.
All right, we're going to check the course now. Let's go to the other member of our broadcast crew, Jack O'Connor.
I'm here at the base of the tower, which is the start point for the Firefighters Combat Challenge. And with me is Assistant Chief Eugene McPeak from the city of Albuquerque. And Chief McPeak is going to go through the course, and we're going to demonstrate each one of the grueling events that make the challenge the competition that it is. Okay, the first event. Set, go. As you can see, the first event is the high-rise pack carry. Chief McPeak shoulders 100 foot, 45 pounds of a tack line and carries it up to the 5th floor. The second event is the hose hoist. This is where we pull up a 45-pound donut roll using a 5/8 inch line up 45 feet. Once the competitor gets the donut roll at the top of the tower, he puts it down on the platform and he immediately starts down again. You can see that we've changed now from using our arms to pull something up to using our legs to quickly move down to the bottom of the tower. This thing is called a slammer. And in this event, they use a 9-pound shot hammer to drive a 165-pound beam 5 feet. Once they finish with the slammer, they jump off and walk quickly 140 feet to the fourth event, which is the hose advance. They pick up an 1 3/4 charged hose line and advance it as quickly as possible 75 feet. They must hit a target with a water stream, drop the hose, and move on to the fifth event, the victim rescue. The victim in this case weighs 175 pounds. Now remember, they've been going through the course now for probably a minute and 20, a minute and 30 seconds. Time doesn't stop until they move at 100 feet and the dummy's feet cross the finish line.
Our competition is next, when the Scott Firefighter Combat Challenge returns in a moment.
To move that beam, you have to really swing that hammer as hard as you can. And to swing the hammer as hard as you can and hold on to it, you have to have a really strong grip. The guys that on our team and that I train with, I tell them to all work on their grip strength with weights and use these gloves.
We're back at the Scott Firefighter Combat Challenge, the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas for our next heat. Out of London, Ontario on our left, Steve Baker. On our right, out of Martin County, Florida, the Palm City area, it's Roy Alfort.
I want to tell you, this Martin County team has just been the greatest. They are so charged up, and they have been in a bunch of competitions, and they really are hoping they're going to take the whole thing.
And that's Roy Alfort with the lead. He gets to the rope first, but only a very marginal lead, and as they pull that rope up stroke for stroke, pretty impressive.
Yeah, he's you could see he was widening the gap, as they say, making his way on down.
That's Roy Alfort out of Martin County in Florida.
And as he exits the tower, look at this, Bob, once again. I mean, we're sitting here watching these guys, and think back, if you would, to four years or so again, we were in the Dallas Arena, and we saw a couple go under 2. And now it's like guy after guy is zinging along here doing these sub-2 times.
And for the fans who have been watching the competition year after year, no, you haven't shortened the course. You haven't lightened any of the weights. You haven't helped out with restrictions on the gear. It's training refinement, isn't it?
Absolutely. That's what is clearly making the difference here. And the times between the teams is collapsing as these guys get better and better every year.
That's Roy Alfort, Palm City area in Florida, and he is really running smooth.
Really nice smooth run. I think this probably is, if he can stay on this pace, Bob, he should be looking at a personal record.
Roy Alfort, out of Martin County in Florida, he is on a very, very nice run. He's got a pretty wide grip on Rescue Randy. Can he hold it? He looks like he's going to. Roy Alfort with a spectacular 149.3. How about that? That is terrific. It's time to find out who will be the champion of the Scott Firefighter Combat Challenge. As our day winds down, these final competitors and their last chance to get the best time in the competition. On our left, Bennett Richardson from Martin County, Florida. On our right, Peter Reed from Brampton, Ontario. These two men, Paul, are both capable of winning this title.
Yeah, I think that that's the expectation. One of these two guys clearly could bust this nut wide open. Peter Reed from Brampton, big-time Canadian winner 3 times, and a lot of hopes are riding with him. Bennett's been training very hard, been to a number of competitions in the state. You saw on the start there, Peter had a little bit of a stumble, but he's making it up, and he's putting a little bit of distance between him and Bennett. Out of the tower, look at that, just about 40 seconds.
Very fast, very fast for Peter Reed from Brampton, Ontario. As you said, he's expected to do well, and so far he has not disappointed. And Bennett Richardson slamming the slammer.
Oh, look at Peter go. He's earned the nickname Zeus for the obvious reason. There's their coach, Doug. He's screaming at him. Boy, I'll tell you, he's got, a little bit of stumble there.
That hurts. Peter Reed has maybe a half a step lead, but look, as they get to the hose, it's made up.
Look
and
at this.
Bennett Richardson right there with Peter Reed. That is Reed on the red course. He hits his target. Oh, and a little trouble with the target for Richardson. Small half-second mistakes.
All it
can
takes.
make a difference. Here's Peter Reed on the red course out of Brampton, Ontario. He has a great split time and is heading for the finish line. Bennett Richardson trying to catch him on the blue course. He's not going to. Peter Reed running away with it. Peter Reed to the finish line. What a time! 1:42, and Bennett Richardson at 1:46. 2 spectacular runs. Peter Reed's official time of 1:42 raises the bar for our next grouping.
And I'm going to add to that, if you will, over 40. The guy's over 40 years, blows away everybody. And we were all blown away by the team competition. Brampton Fire out of Ontario finishes first, followed by Martin County, American River, Canada, Murray City, Toronto, Westminster, former champion Casper, Hooter, and Ottawa Fire and Rescue. For Jack O'Connor and Paul Davis, I'm Bob Ramsey. We'll see you next year on the Scott Firefighter Combat Challenge.